Hello Capricorn, welcome to your April 2020 romantic love reading. I'm going to be doing a few different readings for you. You're welcome to jump to a section if you want to. I should be able to post those timestamps and put those markers into the video. First we're going to start off with a general love forecast and a Horseshoe Spread that'll cover your past, present, 3 to 4 month future. It'll cover 12-month outcome. That should work for singles and coupled people. It's a general forecast reading. Then I'll be doing a one-on-one spread with a specific person that you might have in mind. I'll pull some cards from Spirit to get a bird's eye view of the situation with oracle cards. I'll pull some cards from your person if you're out of contact with your person and you want to get some more information out on them. And then I'll pull some angel advice cards to close the reading. Occasionally I'll pull other cards from other decks if needed. But I feel like these readings are already long enough. Alrighty. Alright, and we got these guys up here. I shuffle these off camera, but I'll do it once or twice on camera just for your viewing pleasure. Okay. Alrighty, so Capricorn, this is your general love forecast. We got your past, present, 3 to 4 month future. We got you in a nutshell. We got your environment, your hopes and or your fears. We got your 12-month outcome on the end. Let's see what we got here. So in the past, it looks like you've been struggling to find balance, struggling to find healing, not quite getting it as you want it. We got the Temperance in reverse, which is a card of healing and balance normally, but it's in reverse, so it could be there's some sort of blockage. It's not quite happening as easy or as pleasant as it could be. It could be a self-imposed block, maybe you're just not ready for the change. We got that paired here with Chara and transition. He ferries people from the shore to Hades, even though it sounds worse to go to Hades. Apparently it's worse to be on the shore just not knowing what's going on. So it's kind of speaking to making the travel, making the change, a transition, because what's on the other side of the river is as scary as the river might be. It's actually better for you in the long run. And we do have that paired here with healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I'd probably take this as you were probably healing. Yeah, you're healing issues with your family, or just healing your own issues. Just taking this more into a simple context right there. But yeah, it looks like it hasn't been easy for you, Capricorn. Let's see. Okay, we got here the present for you. It's not quite looking any much easier for you right now in the present. We got the 5 of Wands, which is considered like a dogfight card. There could be physical fighting in your romantic circles, in your romantic sphere. Clearly there's conflict, no one's getting around. Despite that, it kind of looks like you might feel isolated, all alone. We got Hermes, the journey. Hermes is a traveler, and maybe you're not getting where you need to go. You're not moving on, you're not changing. He also looks kind of alone in this setup because I guess from the negative aspect of looking at this, there's this whole big place, and there's this one empty little statue, and it's just kind of lonely right there. Which is odd because you got that paired here with passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So, despite the fighting and despite feeling lonely, you do still seem to have some sort of burning passion. It could be that the fighting could be a result of the passion. The tempers are flared up. Maybe fighting over uncontrolled passion, perhaps. Alright, so this is your 3 to 4 month future here. We got the 7 of Wands, Pegasus nature, and attraction in reverse. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Alrighty, so it looks like the fighting that might have been kind of like scattered and all around, like disorganized, might kind of put its focus on you, and you might feel like you're having to defend yourself left and right. This card is about trying to stand your ground. Despite all these wands coming at you, you have the upper hand, you have the upper level here, even though it's going to probably feel tough for you to stand your ground in that situation. You might feel a little more liberated and a little more yourself. We got here Pegasus nature. I don't know if you felt more constrained. Maybe you're starting to actually get into motion now, because this horse looks like he's on the move. And then we got the attraction card, but upside down. Okay. So it could be a time where art, beauty, love, romance, it might be something that you're not going to be focusing on at that time. It's upside down, so it's kind of like it's a block. You might feel like, since you're being attacked so much, on the romantic plane, you might not feel like there's any. It's not safe enough to find love and beauty out there. Which I know, not exactly the friendliest of readings, but not looking to give you false expectations either. Alright, so this is how you feel. It looks like, you might be trying to come back to a situation, come back to either a relationship or come back to yourself, but instead of walking off into the mountain, we got this 8 of Cups in reverse, like you're coming back. Something's coming back. It looks like there might be a feeling for you that there's a new beginning, a new dawn. Whatever you're coming back to, you're trying to try it with a new leaf. You feel like you might have gone through some sort of dark time, but now that the sun's breaking through the clouds, you seem to have some more hope, So over here is your environment. It's not necessarily in your control, but it does affect you, like the weather outside. If it starts raining, you could either cancel your plans, stay inside, or you could put on a raincoat and go out anyways. But it, affects how easy or hard it is for you to do things. So in your social romantic sphere, we got the King of Pentacles and we got Pluto's wealth. So on that aspect, it looks like a fairly pleasant environment for you to be dating. in your dating pool out there. Clearly there's a ton of money out there, a ton of wealth. We got the King of Pentacles. He's often seen as a guy who has all the money and all the things he needs, and he's often has so much he has the capacity to share it, because he has more than he can handle on his own, so he's sharing his wealth. That's what he's known for. And then we got here Plutus wealth, which you can see this cornucopia is just overflowing with, I guess kind of like a golden, filling. So definitely in your social circles that there's plenty of wealth, luxury, which is it's a pretty decent environment, versus if there was scarcity, then that people probably wouldn't be open to dating, or you might end up in a manipulative situation if there was scarcity out there. So I mean, the environment in that aspect looks fine. Alright, so we got your hopes and or your fears. And these actually both look kind of like a hope to me. So, I mean, I guess it's going to sound kind of obvious. You're hoping for the whole happy family. You're hoping for a good foundation. You're hoping to just have kind of an easy life, easy movement. So, I mean, that's fine. Nothing really to dig into there. Then we got Hephaestus workmanship. He's actually considered not very easy on the eyes. He's not very good looking, but because of his quality of skill and his workmanship, he makes all the weapons for the different gods, and they're of very high quality. So people appreciate him because of his skills and his talent, not necessarily because of his looks. So perhaps you might have some self-imposed concern about your looks, but you're hoping people can see past that and value you for your skills and your talents more than your looks that might fade over time. I can't remember who his wife was, but I think it was an exceptionally pretty woman. So if that helps, to not, you're hoping that your looks, your physical appearance doesn't inhibit your choices. And these are hopes and or fears. So these are not necessarily things that are happening that are true. It's not forecasted. It's just something that's in your mind, and it's part of your decision making process as you go out into the dating scene. Okay, so on the end we got your 12-month outcome. So we got Justice in reverse, Manifestation, Gaia in reverse, and Reconciliation in reverse. Let's put these here so we can see them. So, I mean, typically when the Justice is in reverse, I'll just say it's the Injustice card. Something in your 12-month future is looking imbalanced, unequal, unfair. God, my throat hurts so bad right now. That's crazy. I don't know if something is said that's bad or something is not said, but it looks like there's something that won't be great on your dating scene. It looks like there's an attempt at some sort of fresh start or a new beginning. Again, in 12 months, you've got Ace of Wands, which is about action, movement, physical passion, and then we got the Page of Pentacles here, upside down. So it could be something's trying to get started, but there could be some sort of imbalance of money, imbalance of gifts, and in that kind of relationship. Maybe someone is immature with money. Maybe they're a gambler and they can't keep what they have, or instead of paying their bills, they go and gamble, and now there's nothing left for the bills after working all the month. It does look kind of like there could be a reconciliation, but it might not be, it might not be for your best interest if you have injustice out here on the table. It could be there's an attempt at reconciliation, but it might not solidify. Especially because we got here Gaia manifestation. So, I mean, that's kind of like an anti-manifestation thing, tries to congeal together and then it just falls apart in your 12-month forecast. But seeing all this, seeing that you have 12 months out here, you do have the chance to perhaps steer the ship in a different direction, if this is not something you're looking for. Yeah. And if there is injustice, I mean, you could yourself, with your own two hands, make sure you don't do anything that would trigger injustice from your own end, not to incur that karmic debt, because it always gets rectified in the end, so it's better just to not incur that karmic debt in the beginning. Okay, so let me shuffle these cards, and then I will do the one-on-one spread, so give me 1 second. Alright, Capricorn, I was shuffling these off camera, but I'll do it once on camera for your viewing pleasure. We're going to get started with your one-on-one relationship spread. It actually can be any relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but I will interpret it under that lens. You can adjust the interpretations to another relationship if it's like your boss, coworker, friend, cousin, grandma. Alrighty. Okay. That passion again. Okay, Capricorn. So on the left is typically you, the court. On the right is typically the person you are thinking of. Then we have the shared energy on the past, in the bottom, in the present, in the middle, and at the top, in the future. So this is the energy that you, Capricorn, are bringing to the table. If you really feel like you have to switch it, since it's a general reading, you can, but it's already specialized to Capricorn, so hopefully it's pretty close to being, accurate. So for you, interesting. So the Empress, she's about abundance, beauty, fertility, creativity. She has, she has everything she needs. She doesn't need anyone to do anything for her. She has infinite source, infinite energy. She has respect. She's above, the queens of, the fire, water, earth, and money. So she has all those aspects within her. She's not just one. So it seems like you're bringing that kind of energy into the picture. But the, I guess, concerning part here is the Trojan horse trickery. So, I mean, if you know the story about the Trojan horse, the soldiers could not get into the city, and they ended up sneaking into a wooden horse, giving that horse as a gift to the people they were trying to attack. And then at night they crawled out of the horse, ransacked the city, and and they won. So everything was not as it seems. I don't think this is the case, but it's such as, perhaps, I don't know if you're trying to trick someone into getting pregnant, because the Empress does have a lot of fertility aspects to her, or trick them into loving you, trick them into falling for you somehow. Something about this is kind of manipulative, and this is the side on your side that you're bringing into this relationship. Perhaps you're not telling them all the facts, even if it's a lying by omission, that's still considered lying, especially if it's like relevant information that the person does need to know. That would be fair to make their decisions on their end. I'm sure you probably feel like you have your reasons, but you know, this is what the cards are saying. You know, it's some sort of trickery going on. On the person you're thinking of, their side, the energy they're bringing into this table, well, it looks like they're kind of in disunion, kind of remoteness. That's often someone that's completely out of contact, out of the picture. They're not there, they're not talking. You don't know where they're at, possibly. So they're completely absent from the relationship in question. And then we got the Three of Cups in reverse, again, kind of indicating this is about reunion, joy, socialization, but it's upside down, so it's like none of that's happening. It's all absent, blocked. Perhaps they're socializing and meeting with other people, but it's not you. Let's see. So the past shared energy, we got the Sun, Tai Chi, Fortune, and we got Passion in reverse. Well, the Sun is generally a pretty good card to see in a love reading. It's about joy, happiness, freedom. The baby is naked, so he has nothing to hide. Everything's out. There's nothing. There's no lies. And there's kind of some swift movement, because he's on a horse. But generally it's a good, joyous feeling. We got the sunflowers there that also give us feeling of joy. Fortune, Tai Chi. So, the situation you're in, perhaps between the two of you, there was a lot of money, so the times were easy. Luck was on your side, and, maybe you were able to spend money on the things you wanted. And, so, that's that's fine. But despite that, it looks kind of like there could have been a lack of, sexual passion between you guys. Perhaps it was more of a friends having fun situation, but maybe perhaps the sex or, the romantic passion that you might have been seeking wasn't there. Maybe it was more of a friendly situation, or yeah. Because, if you think about it, if you had a friend that says, hey, I'm going to buy you dinner, sure, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take that dinner. But for maybe the other person thought it was a date, and the other person was just like, offering dinner for the company. Alright, so in the present situation, we got the King of Wands, we got Zeus supremacy, and we got keep an open mind. And it's interesting because both of these men here have like a big stick. The King of Wands tends to be someone who is physically passionate. He likes to move around. He likes to do things. He likes to take action. He's also considered a sexual, physical lover. Not so much on the emotions or the gift giving, but he shows you he loves you with his actions. And it looks kind of like there could be, in the present situation, some sort of worshipping or kind of like imbalance, because Zeus is also, he has all the power, and this person is kind of just like, looking up to them, groveling, and he's not even like paying attention to this girl. So it could be a situation of imbalance, or imbalance. So in this card here, I mean, this guy doesn't look entirely interested in these two happy, flirty looking girls. Even though this little Cupid's trying to work his magic, there could be a situation where one of you guys is there, but it's not entirely into it. Or maybe they're just not showing their emotions. Could be like they're there in their body, but they're not like mentally, their mind is somewhere else. And that could be part of why there's an imbalance, again, another absent-minded looking guy. Alright. So we got your future in this relationship. We got the Six of Cups in reverse. We got Pegasus Nature. And we got Release Your Ex. And in that other spread, we did kind of see that one kind of like attempted reconciliation, but, not quite. So it could be there's some nostalgia in the future in this relationship for the good times, the better times. Could be the recent past, the far past. The past that's past. There could be some sort of sense of kind of not feeling free or wanting to, like, he looks like he's kind of going back, in the direction of being upside down. Perhaps not fulfilling your true nature, trying to get back to the past. Maybe you're a different person now, and you just can't make yourself be like that old person again, your old self. It looks like just despite wanting to get back to it, it looks like the relationship might be kind of going into a release kind of phase where you're closing up the chapter. If it doesn't happen to be between you two, I guess there could be a third party that's released, but it's looking kind of like releasing within the relationship here. Alright, we'll see what else we got here. Okay, let me pull these cards. I'm going to move on to your Oracle cards from Spirit to get an idea of what they have about the assessment of the situation, any advice they might have for you. And I will shuffle these on camera once for your viewing pleasure. One more time, because that looked kind of weak. No, it's better. Alrighty. So, this is a general reading. Hopefully all these are a hit for you, but maybe if one or two of these don't make sense, you could chalk it up since it's a general reading. When these are upside down, I'll normally interpret that as the opposite of a blockage in that aspect, or to the extreme, something about it being a modified connection. Alright. And I'll make my interpretation, but if something means something else to you, go ahead and take that, because the reading's for you, not for me. Okay. So we got Reversed Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. So it could be someone is not doing that. They're stagnant. They're resisting it, possibly, since it's upside down. Self-care upside down. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Could be that someone's not taking care of themselves at this time. We got forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Always good advice. Time apart. Some distance will help bring clarity. And we did see that Uranus card come out, which is often like time apart also. So, if it's here already for you, it seems like it's for you to help you get in a better mindset. We got Warning upside down. Don't dismiss the red flags here. I'm going to put that as probably to the extreme. Unavailable upside down. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. I'm going to count that as an extreme situation. We got Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. This card, I know for some readers on YouTube it comes out like every damn 2 seconds, but this card has only come out once or twice in my reading, so that is definitely something for you to consider. It could even be that sometimes these cards, I'll take them a little bit more out of context or simplified, that the relationship might have like some sort of flame aspect to it, like passion. But take it at face value too. It says twin flame. Alrighty, we got stability in reverse. This relationship can stand the test of time. I'm probably gonna say this is probably to the extreme, because if it's your twin flame, then even if it takes some years to get back together, it probably will. Not necessarily, not everyone ends up with their twin flames, but and it's likely to happen. And then we got addiction in reverse. And addiction is affecting this relationship. Again, it could be gambling, like I said earlier, if there's mismanagement of money, or drugs, alcohol, addiction to power, shopping, video games. It's whatever spent too much time instead of taking care of yourself, then someone's just burning time doing something that's not productive, fruitful, or healthy. But yeah, so it does look like it might be time for some time apart. There's might be some warning signs coming out for you during the time apart. It looks like you're being asked to do self-care. Think about the situation. If they're unavailable, just accept it and take care of yourself. You can't control what they do. You can only control what you do for yourself. Alrighty, next Capricorn. Let me pull a few cards from your person. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought, but I feel like I need to grab these ones too. Okay. That was a lot more than I thought, but I guess they kept wanting to come out. And I feel like I want to pull 2 more, but let me read these at least before we pull any more. Shoot, I'm just pulling now. Okay. Alright, this mess we got here. Alrighty. So when these are upside down, sometimes I'll convert that to be, again, the opposite of the blocked or to the extreme. You could take it as you want, as you need for yourself. Upside down, I am in a committed relationship. So that could speak to perhaps they don't want to be in a committed relationship with you, or they are with someone else. Upside down, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Probably take that to the extreme, especially if you were twin flame. Upside down, just being near you is intoxicating. Alright. Upside down, I hid who I really am from you. Alright. Upside down, I hope I will see you again sometime. Taking that one to the extreme, I believe that they hope it. Upside down, I want you so badly. Upside down, I fantasize about you. And then we got, I feel so happy with you. I am sorry I left while we were young. So that could be, maybe they were a little foolish, immature, or uninformed when they left. Upside down, I didn't know how to comfort you. I don't know how to let you go. I miss our morning coffee. That could be any morning ritual, or if you did have a coffee thing with them, it could be that. Upside down, I want to start over. It's probably to the extreme. Upside down, I know you're watching me. Perhaps they're posting stuff on social media because they want you to know what they're up to. The scents and blinking lights are me. So perhaps their spirit is trying to send you signs, you know, that they're thinking about you. We got, you can break generational patterns. Perhaps they think that there's some sort of, if it is addiction on your end, you might be able to resolve that for yourself or for them to break whatever unhealthy habit is going on. We did see that trickery card coming from your side, so perhaps the trickery, you know, you might have learned that from your mom or your dad, and you're just repeating what they taught you, and you haven't actually realized not everyone's like that. You know, you can make a different choice. You don't have to be like your parents. I want you back. I lost myself for a little while. I replay our conversations over and over. So, I mean, if you are out of contact with them, it kind of does look like they are thinking about you. They miss you. They want you back. They don't seem to have any resentment to you. I'm not seeing that here in these cards. Let me pull these up. I'll pull a few more oracle cards to see if there's anything else that comes up that might be of interest to you. Alrighty, that looks like plenty to look at. Alright, again, you know, perhaps not all of these will be a hit with you, but, you know, hopefully they are, because it's already specialized to you, Capricorn. I am ready, upside down, so perhaps they are not ready. And oh my god, you got the twin flame card again, so that's a pretty, let's see, where did it go? Twin flames down here somewhere. Oh, it was in these cards. Yeah, twin flame twice, and I mean, this deck has like a crap load of cards too. I normally get some pretty sad cards that come out of this deck, even though there's a lot of happy ones in there. The sad ones just seem to come out a lot easier. Alrighty, I am open. I have kids. That could be a reason that they might not be available to you. Or it could also be kids as in pets or other responsibilities too. You know, Spirit's trying to talk through this limited deck. You know, I am not sure I'm good enough. I don't think about you. But it's upside down, so it could be that they actually do. I regret what I did not say. I did not want to see the lies, but it's upside down, so perhaps they did want to see the lies. I trust you, upside down, so they might not trust you right now. I don't have those feelings for you. So at face value, it could be saying, I don't have romantic feelings for you, but if you might have been wondering and thinking about, do they have hate, anger, resentment towards you? They're saying they don't have those feelings. So if that was something that was on your mind, probably those are the ones they're speaking to you. I'll marry you right now. Damn. I don't think that one's ever come up. I have everything. So it's upside down. So they probably feel like they might have everything, but they have nothing because they don't have you. I like it kinky upside down. So you'll probably know that either way, they might, since it's upside down, they might really like it kinky, or they might really not. I'm sure you know one way or the other. You could always ask. So sideways, I don't know which way it's supposed to be. My friends like you. So either their friends really hate you, or they don't like you at all. And I think it was sideways, so it's hard for me to tell if it was, I think I'm going to go with upside down. I'm exploring my sexuality. And I'm going to pair that with I like it kinky. So perhaps if there was a falling out, maybe they're looking for something on the physical plane that they need to experience or figure out. We did have the King of Wands, who was a very physical player on the spread, you know, so I hope these helped. Alrighty. So the next thing I'll do for you, Capricorn. Here, I'll pull one of these. I actually haven't pulled any of these for anyone else. But since they were asking for it kinky, let me pull like one or two. Alright. So, I mean, take it as you want to if you're looking to add the kinkiness, hands-on, fellatio, inappropriate times. Seems to be something that they like. Alrighty. Next, let me shuffle these once or twice. Big shuffle. Slightly better shuffle. I'm not trying to waste all your time looking at shuffles. Alrighty. 4. This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so these are advice to you, Capricorn. Alright, so we got children. Your love life is being affected by children. If you don't actually have literal children in life, but you did have some children cards come up, it could be that someone is just acting like a child. You'll probably know if that's you or them. We got unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Oh. But it's upside down, so that kind of, if you want to take that as a modified message, you know, if you take it at face value, there's not enough attraction right now. It could be that there's too much attraction too. Imbalance of attraction, possibly. We got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So money does seem to be affecting the choices that you make, and how much money you do or don't have is going to be affecting you. So, I mean, I guess you could try to take control of that, change your jobs, get more paid, try to get an extra job, I don't know. But yeah, money does help, you know, dating. It's hard to go on a date when you don't have money to spend on dinner, regardless of your gender. We got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So, I mean, that's a pretty straightforward advice card. Even if someone is your twin flame, that doesn't mean you have to put up with their BS. Set your boundaries and let them know what is right and what's wrong, what's acceptable, and be willing to walk away and if they're acting a fool, because I mean, if you just accept them, they do stuff that's you don't like, it's not right, and you just stay with them, then they're gonna say, okay, it's okay, because I mean, they didn't give me a consequence, just like a kid, you know. They steal candy, they stay up late. If you don't, put them in timeout or take away their allowance or something, they're gonna keep doing it because, there's no consequence. We got here music. So this is actually a job hoppy card, but we could interpret it straight as that kind of version, or you could kind of twist it a little bit towards romance. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So that could be interesting if you are having a tough emotional time, or you have a lot of emotions to kind of sort out for yourself. Write it down without judgment. Write some lyrics. People have some of the best songs out there are ones about breakups, makeups. If you don't want to use lyrics and words, you could do any musical instrument, whether it's a physical instrument or something on a computer, like a synthetic instrument. We got counselor. Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. It could be, in this case, that the advice might be to see a counselor too, because they could help you sort out your emotions, feelings, if there's a lot going on. And there's nothing wrong with being a counselor. I did that too before. As crazy as it sounds, like I was dating a terrible guy who was mentally ill. I didn't realize it at the time because I was in such a bubble. But once I saw a counselor and I explained the situation, just hearing myself explain these things out loud, and I was like, what the heck's going on? It's not me. That's the problem. We got Angelite. Spiritual or religious community. Join a like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. So, I'm not sure. I think this is a pretty affordable stone. I don't know if it always looks that green as it does in here. I thought Angelite looked kind of like a paler blue, but I guess it could vary. But yeah, if you have Angelite, you could wear it in a ring, necklace, put it in your pocket as a loose stone. Take a picture and put it on your screensaver on your phone or something. If you can't afford the stone, or if it's just more portable for you, as a physical reminder about your spiritual community around you. If you go to church, or if you go to any sort of maybe Reiki circle, whatever you do, that might help you feel connections with other people and kind of ground you. And we got Prometheus Sacrifice. Okay, so the advice for you, Capricorn. A sacrifice for a higher gain is at hand. On a deeper level, we already know this. The necessary sacrifice may be comfort, safety, pride, or the need for instant gratification in the form of money, attention, or approval. We must sacrifice the requests and desires of our egos for a higher cause and a greater gain. We know, Jesus, justified type is so hard to read. We may need to put ourselves in an uncomfortable position for a time in order to reach a higher goal. But the richness of living our truth and living with integrity will far outweigh any discomfort. To live in this way is to be a true hero. The myth for Prometheus is about fighting for a higher cause without the promise of fame, riches, or glory. The act is its own reward, and the consequences are acceptable. What do you believe in? Do you compromise your beliefs so you can be safe and comfortable? When you contribute to something that is greater than yourself, do you wait for and expect a reward, or is the act enough for you? Are you willing to maintain your integrity no matter the cost? What do you need to give up at this time? What is keeping you stuck? Are you ready to live your greater potential? All these questions to consider are all of these are questions to consider at this time. If you are bored, stuck, too comfortable, or have no sense of greater meaning in life, it may be time to make a firm decision. If you are currently making decisions, you must reflect on how your decisions affect others. You need to make a sacrifice for the greater good, and the right path is usually the most uncomfortable yet fulfilling direction to go in. Remember, you will only feel temporary discomfort during this transition. Even Zeus allowed Chiron and Hercules to free Prometheus once he had served enough time. Decide how to be a hero now. Rise above all the mundane attachments. Strive to contribute to a greater essence that runs through all things. Alright, Capricorn, that's all I have for you. So if you want to try to check back next month, maybe I'll have another reading for you. Alright, thank you for being here.